All right, we're live, man.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, bud?
What's the matter? What's the matter? What happened?
Nothing. Every time you jump in, because I always do the screen to try to get people to come in first. So I know whenever you jump on, if it's before 3 or before 6 Eastern, I'll jump in with you. But I'm usually just letting people get in so I don't have the dead stuff at the beginning.
One thing that I just noticed was that Adames was out for Milwaukee.
Yeah, again, I don't expect him to be playing.
No, but I had him in some lineup, so I have to.
They did move Joey Weimer up at 2.2 to 6th, which is kind of interesting.
That is interesting. Maybe I'll have to rerun my stuff.
Tyrone Taylor is 2.9 batting 4th, and Camus 2.4 batting 3rd. Man, if you wanted to pay for 2 15K pitchers and stack Milwaukee today, you could do it.
That is true.
If we somehow had that, if we had Pedro in 2004 and maybe Kershaw in 2010 or so, 2009 maybe, that might be the move. What's up to everybody out there? Good to see y'all. We're gonna get all the good information from Sheets once he gets his stuff updated. And let's make some money tonight. Let's try and take a page out of Mr. Sheets' book. By the way, I'd like to give Sheets credit while he's doing this stuff before he gets on and says anything, because if I would have finished third, I understand you won a big one on Friday, but if I would have finished third in the lottery with that big of prize difference, I would have been a little bit tilted. Just no tilt at all from Sheets, straightforward, straight ahead, and he keeps winning tournaments. So,
well, I mean, if let's not get carried away. I mean, like if I really thought I was like I had like a favorite to win or something like that, and I just like went 0 for 7 in my last 7 at bats, I'd be pissed. I would definitely be pissed.
Okay, that's actually
I was never really like. I mean, I was really fighting for second and third. I mean, I wasn't like.
Yeah.
Listen. I had the lead at one point, but I knew that there was these guys with cease lineups that they were gonna get 5 points or something. So that I really didn't have much of a chance to get first unless like the exact guy hit a home. You know what I mean? Like, so it really wasn't like that. Trust me. If I have a chance to win 100,000, and I was actually just a little pissed that I wasn't pissed at it like that I didn't get second. I was a little bit behind Josh going into that 9th inning for the Mets. And I got enough to get within like 0.15 of it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get over, so I was rooting for a stat correction or something. That was the annoying thing, but
for sure. By the way,
so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go over what I have.
Okay.
Before I change the Milwaukee stuff.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is then change. Maybe I'll just like do that while you talk or something, and then I'll rerun it. But like so I'll just go over my exposures, I suppose. So just so everyone knows I'm playing. I'm doing things a little differently on DraftKings. I'm playing the same thing. I'm doing the 50 lineups in the MME, and then I'm playing 5 of that 110.
Mm-hmm.
That whatever that's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing over there, and right now, pitching wise, I'm exactly what I thought I was going to do. Like I have like 66% Scherzer, and then like just spread, like everywhere. Like the next highest owned I have is 18%.
Right,
you know?
Right.
And it's like Sears, Schmidt, Giolito, BB, Miley, Tucson, literally everybody. With respect to hitting on DraftKings, just so you know what I did, again, transparency, before I did anything else, I don't know why I did this. I just had this thing with this Nick Madrigal. I X'd out Nick Madrigal from my pool before I started. And I still got 48% Cubs. So beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I got, unfortunately, was 44%. The Chiefs or whatever the Royals. So then I got 30% Mets. So it's the Cubs are like an actual stack, and then like 2 cheapo no-shotters. Yankees is my next highest owned, and I will tell you if this Tucson character really ends up being like chalky,
no,
I mean that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let me go over FanDuel real quick. So on FanDuel, all I'm doing there is I'm playing four of the no, am I playing four? I'm playing three. I'm playing three of the 150, the jumbo.
Yep.
I'm playing one of the 222 single entry and one of the ignored probably 333 monster paying only 10,000 for first.
Yep.
So hopefully I'll get there with that. And
Yep.
right now, over there, I do not have Scherzer in every lineup. I have, and it's only 5 lineups. I have Scherzer in most of them, but not all of them. I have 3 lineups with Scherzer, 1 with Giolito, and 1 with Sears. Just that's the way it happened.
Oh, the yeah, okay. Yeah,
and then, let me just finish. And then with the stacks, I have mostly Mets in Milwaukee, Atlanta, and then a couple of KC, Boston, Chicago, and the San Diego. But all that is but it's interesting. I got Milwaukee with no Adames, so I'm probably going to really like Milwaukee with when he's actually out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm going to redo the Milwaukee. So tell me what you got. Or
yeah. So basically, some similarities, some crossover. So I mean, in terms of what I'm playing 4 of the 111 on DraftKings and the 250, 121. I'm playing 3 of the 150 on FanDuel, and I will be the Cubs. I have it at like close to 40%, but some of those are 4-man stacks on DraftKings and some are 3-man stacks. The Dodgers, I have close to 40%. Most of that's on FanDuel, combining between both sites. And then the rest is pretty much the Yankees with pieces of the very cheap Cleveland stuff on FanDuel. Ooh. But like, just because they're so cheap, I mean, Oscar Gonzalez is batting cleanup. He's 2,100. Rocio is 2,100. He's batting 6th. Arias is 2,100 at shortstop. He's batting 7th. If you just paired those guys together and you don't even need like a huge outing if you get your other main stack right, that's sort of how I'm using my complementary pieces over there. And then I do think that the best complementary pieces to use on DraftKings, because of the pricing, would be the Brewers, Weimer, Monasterio, Taylor, Canna, all just crazy cheap. And I'm not doing many full stacks. Caratini, Turing down at the bottom. You can stack if you stack the Brewers without Yelich and Contreras, they're another team you could stack just so easily, pay up for both pitchers, and then play the 3 best bats on the slate. If you wanted to do something like that, you could definitely do that. I didn't build enough lineups to where I got to that as a priority. I'd rather just recycle through the Cubs, Yankees, and Dodgers. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my main look here. And for pitching, I am all over the place on draft. On FanDuel, I'm playing Scherzer in 2 out of the 3 big lineups I'm playing, and Giolito's in the other one. Nothing special there. On DraftKings, I have Scherzer and Urias in a couple Scherzer in a couple lineups, Kikuchi in a couple lineups, Urias in a couple lineups. But other than that, I'm really spending down. I'm playing Brady. I do have 1 Atlanta stack too. Brady Singer, Grayson Rodriguez, Cutter Crawford, Jamison Tyon, and the possibly pitch limited Wade Miley as my others. I do have 1 or 2 Logan Gilbert lineups in there as well. So that's sort of the overall of what I'm doing tonight. And if I had to pick we named some other weird stat of the Milwaukee. I think it's kind of interesting because their pricing. I think they'll be more popular than people think because of their pricing. And I think that the team that will be just completely 0% owned, that's worth a shot, is the Mariners. I get weird play.
It's like a bullpen game over there, right?
It's a good bullpen, but it's Nick Martinez starting off. The starts have not ended all that well a lot of the time when they've done this season, and he's going to just. I just don't. It's the long relief. I'm okay with challenging. Their overall bullpen is good, or not as good as it was supposed to be, but it's pretty good. I just think it's a decent spot. It's not like a desired thing, and it's probably wrong for this slate, which is why I didn't do it. But I do think that this offense is just going to be completely ignored, and you've got cheap pieces down at the bottom to pair with the bats you want on top. Actually, really, the only expensive bat is Julio Rodriguez. So everybody else is just kind of interesting to be there. We're getting a bunch of thoughts and questions in here. Look, oh my God, Cameron got a first question I see. Thoughts on the Seattle stack? Well, there's my thoughts on the Seattle stack. Sheets can drop in his thing. Oh my God, my man WW Fresh is in the chat. What's up, man? Hey, WW Fresh, I wish I'd been doing the same and just grinding poker and not playing the MLB season. It can't be going much worse than outside of the first couple months. It can't be going that much worse than it's been going for me MLB wise. So certainly looking forward to football, but want to try and finish the season strong. I do think I'm probably going to take a week break at some point and just work on the site and travel a little bit and probably ignore DFS for just a little bit, just because at some point, just because it's getting to be kind of too ridiculous. And it's, I need to get moving. I need to do something. Anyway, Rich B is asking thoughts on Kikuchi. I like Kikuchi okay because of the slate, but this is the spot where normally we wouldn't even be considering him. Sheets, what are your thoughts on Kikuchi? How much of him do you think you ended up with?
Right. So I'm just presuming that I just have him as one of those that whole group of secondary pitchers. Let me just tell you exactly how much I have him. I don't really think too much of anybody except for Scherzer, honestly. I have let me just see. I guess that's my opinion, but I'll tell you exactly how much I have of him just for fun. You know what I might want to do? I might want to change. Maybe I want to get a little more. I actually have a lot of Kikuchi. I have 20% maybe. Let me just.
Yeah, I'd say that seems about right, near where the field will be probably.
Sort of. Let me just see. Hold on. Exposures, MLB, pitchers, starting pitchers. No, actually, I don't have much. I have 7% Kikuchi, and I have way too little Singer. I got to get more of him. That's the one thing I have to change actually.
Yeah, Singer, and for what it's worth, I do think Crawford is maybe the savvier play or the better play in some ways, but I just think Singer, if we're really seeing him get back to being Singer and we're really going to watch another Boston performance like last night, it feels like we should be doing this. Having said that, though, it is in Boston, and what worries me about I was going to have a ton of Singer initially is just good hitting weather in Boston, 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing out the center, and the lineup that they released today, while still not incredible, does have Trevor Story in it, does have Verdugo in it. So it is a better lineup than it's been for Boston. So
yeah, that
was my reason for getting off of some Singer, even though I think that I do like the under for what it's worth in that game. That's the only bet I would really be making.
What is it, 9.5 or something?
10.
Okay.
And yeah, and partly it's biased because I'm playing both pitchers, but not together. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's what I just did. I just actually upgraded my my Singer, not to a lot, to 15%.
Yeah. And to answer Triple J's question here about different, are you going to play Oakland batters? Scherzer, you absolutely don't ever need to do anything like that on a slate this size. There's no reason to try to get off the board unless you just happen to I want to play Seth Brown just because I think he can hit a home run, or Tyler Soderstrom. Yeah, go ahead and play one. I'm not going to try and pick on Scherzer as a way to get different. You've got 100 different options of ways to get different. In fact, I would go so far as to say I wouldn't even be worried about ownership tonight when it comes to hitting at all. I don't think any team, I don't know if any player outside of the big buy-ins will end up above 20% owned. Not one player. I don't know if any team will be more than 10% owned as a stack. I think it's very likely that there isn't one that's owned more than 10%. None of the stacks make enough sense except for actually none of them really do. And I just think you don't need to worry about getting extra different and trying to play hitters against the best pitcher. Sheets, you can maybe throw out your thoughts on that kind of thing.
Yeah. I actually support the Oakland thing a little more than you do, just because of just how popular he's going to be. I'm not doing it.
Why would you need leverage when you can play another guy at 1% who's cheaper in a good matchup? That's my only argument.
What do you mean?
If you could play Seth Brown, Seth Brown would be probably the most likely guy you'd play, I think. Maybe JJ Bleday, 3K and 3K. Why wouldn't I play against Freeland? Why wouldn't I play Tyrone Taylor?
It's funny because I was thinking of that. I was thinking of that yesterday when when Pittsburgh just started lighting up Strider. And then, like, at the end of the day, like, the Pirates weren't even in anything near the winning lineup.
Right. Right, exactly. It's just hard. Well, I mean, and even if they all did, even the way, it's also the way teams score. And I do like the way that Oakland does tend to score because they run and they have a little bit of power. But I mean, worst hitting weather on the slate, best pitcher on the slate. I just think if you're trying to get different, your go-to should not be to try to go attack that spot personally. Now, if you want to play one bat, sure, go ahead. Anybody can hit a home run against anybody, but you're really not doing it. I don't think you're getting any extra leverage. I don't think you're gaining any real advantage because there's going to be other players at the same price range that are going to at first base, outfield. Outside of Tyler Soderstrom is the only one I would consider to be a reasonable like one-off play because there may not be that many catchers in that price range who have as much upside as he does. Where every other position I can find guys 1,000 cheaper in better matchups that I think are going to be just the same amount owned as the Oakland guys.
Yeah, what are you doing with this Wade Miley thing? Is a little troubling, right?
Well, it's just he came back from the injured list.
Yeah.
He's probably going to throw 80 pitches, is my guess tonight. Depending on the score of the game, if it's like like usually you'd want to play him with let's say you're stacking some Milwaukee. Usually you'd want to play him with that, but the problem is like first of all you don't need to do that because you're paying too little. Then the problem is like what if it's like 7-0 after 5 and he's throwing 72 pitches? He's not coming out again for the 6th most likely, right, unless he's got a no-hitter going. And even then, I just don't see them. Not that he's like a huge part of their future, but he is going to be a big part of them down the stretch. I mean, he's been a guy who's eaten up innings for them, and they don't have that many lefties or anything, so he's going to be a part of their playoff push. I just don't see them overextending him in this game unless it's like 1-0 or 2-0 and he's pitching well, then maybe he can get to a 6th inning, but it's going to be hard for him to get through 5.
Yeah.
And by the way, who I would not cross out if I was playing a million lineups, I'd have to be playing a lot of them. But Kyle Freeland, because of this Milwaukee lineup, I would actually consider as a player.
I got two lineups with him.
Yeah, I think it actually makes a little bit of sense.
No, actually, I don't have 2. I have 1. But
it's hard to hand build it, but when you end up with it, it feels okay.
I got a Scherzer, Freeland with a 5-man Chicago, and 3. It looks like 3. Ooh, Padres. Ooh, how about that? How about the Padres? Against Logan Gilbert. Kind of an idiot move is that? All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
No, I mean they probably have like there's definitely some power upside. Gilbert keeps it over.
It's always a chance. It's baseball.
Yeah, he just doesn't walk anybody, like ever.
I don't want to walk anyway.
He did walk 3 guys his last start, which is probably his career high.
Can't believe Mendick had a grand slam.
Who did Mendick last night?
Or something like that. No, yeah. You know with a grand slam and the Red Sox dude.
Last night?
Yeah, to win the game. It was like 2-2 against Kansas City. The guy hit a walk-off grand slam.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, some little guy.
Some little guy.
No, the number 8 hitter. What's his name? Every single we know him really well too. It's
Pablo Reyes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. That's funny.
And as soon as that happened, I scrolled down the lobby to see if he was only 1% owned. Like it didn't even make a dent into the people. I think that was fantastic for the tournament.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay. What's happening with this? That's not even on the slate, the Phillies game. That's just weird.
I'll tell you this, man. The Mets may have given up, but that freaking Pete Alonso is freaking insane.
I know. When he gets going, and remember we had the people literally like a week ago in Discord talking about how horrible he is now, and he's just terrible. And then he just goes on this crazy tear.
Yeah.
He's nuts, though. I mean, that guy is. I don't know. He's awesome. I would love to have a guy like that who could just automatically guarantee me 40 home runs with a 50 home run upside.
It is a good dude for New York. Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah,
that's good.
I did. By the way, what's funny is I did see some Cole entries win some of the single entries last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cole it wasn't like Cole was like Strider bad.
No, it was what happened was
negative points.
Right, but no. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that what happens is when some cheap hitters like go off. Like those are the cheap hitters, unless someone leaves 4,000 on the table, right? Then they get paired with the coal. That's just what happens.
Right. Absolutely.
It's like when the Strider lineups won last week. When the Strider ones with
as the 9th scoring pitcher on the slate.
Yeah, the Strider Valdez combination or whatever that was, right?
Yeah, exactly. Which, by the way, that is one thing we didn't talk about, but you definitely can do with the value that's out there. I mean, there is more value than we've seen all season long. And if you wanted to play both of Scherzer and Valdez, even though I don't love Valdez today by any means, I think that's a very reasonable build. It's very easy to do. I just wish I liked Valdez a little better today.
Yeah.
Baltimore's no joke, man. They're a real team.
I guess they're a real team.
They're the second best record in baseball, aren't they?
I almost played a little Baltimore today.
Yeah, I can never do the Valdez thing. Every time I see his quality starts numbers, it makes me go, nope, never.
No, that's insane.
He has one non-quality start a year, basically, it feels like. Not really. I'm sure he has 4 or 5. Yeah, there's up to 70 wins. Wow. They're tied with the Braves for wins now. The Braves are 1 game better. They have the second best record. That's amazing. And they're in the toughest division in baseball. Good for them. All this young talent finally caught up with them.
Yep.
Yeah, the 8.6 for Cole, that's why it was so crazy. But then when you have the low-owned guys who go off, it doesn't matter, because people are, like you said, are not going to leave 4,000 on the table.
Right. Yep.
And I like when Baltimore, but I do like when teams like Baltimore become it comes to fruition. You know what I mean? Because this is the 4 years in a row we've just been talking about Baltimore as good young talent and all this stuff, and now they're putting it together. And they're not even healthy right now. There's no Rushman in the lineup right now. They're not even healthy, and they're still this good. He is actually sorry. Rushman is in the lineup. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't know why I had that as my note. But it's cool. I like when the new teams find a way to get it together.
Remind me again of your schedule tomorrow. Are you?
I think the best thing is to probably just count me as out.
Okay.
Because it's just cutting it really close with my doctor, and it's an important one, so I kind of need to be there.
Yeah, I'm probably, unfortunately, going to be available for both tomorrow.
Unfortunately,
well, I was going to go out with Stacy, but actually neither of us are feeling that great. But we're gonna just be at the office or whatever.
Wait, you're not going to be able to? Why can't you go?
Neither of us are feeling that great.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Jesse came in a little late, so he's asking favorite stacks. For me, it's Cubs, Dodgers, Yankees. Sheets.
Yeah, and for me, it is Cubs, Royals, Mets, Yankees.
Yeah.
On DraftKings.
Yeah. TJ, I'm gonna mention this to you because I think that you're playing wrong, because this comes up a lot of times when we do our shows. Where you ask about a lot of individual one-offs, especially guys batting 8th and 9th and stuff. And you just aren't playing those guys as one-offs. You're not trying to play Pablo Reyes because he happened to hit a grand slam to win a game last night. So no, you should never be trying to build that way. No, you should never try to think that Betts or Freeman are must-plays. There's no such thing as a must-play in baseball ever, as a hitter especially. But really no such thing as a must-play as a hitter.
I'll tell you something really funny.
You should really be focusing on stacks and groups you like and spots you want to pick on, not individual bats that just don't just have randomness because somebody had scored fantasy points. It feels like it's a lot of game log watching, which in baseball you should never, ever, ever, ever do as a baseman.
So I just really laughed. So I didn't have the chat up when you started talking. I was something covering the monitor. So I just said that I have my favorite things are this and the Royals. And then you started talking. I really just think you're playing wrong. We talk about this every night, and I'm like, yeah, I know. You're going to yell at me for the Royals, and then it was you were talking to somebody else. I'm like, damn, it's I know I'm doing it wrong. I just keep doing it.
Dude, I can't tell you you're playing wrong. What the hell is that?
That's what I'm sitting there like,
I'm playing wrong. I'm not getting anything right.
I'm hanging in there, But certainly, listen, my success last night certainly had nothing to do with my Royals exposure. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I don't care that. Yeah, I don't care that the Yankees haven't been very good lately. I'm still going to bet on upside when they look. Judge is only at 1 home runs back. That means absolutely nothing to me. He could hit the same thing happened with Alonso when he first came back. Judge could hit 3 tonight, and that wouldn't be surprising to any of us. The Yankees are too cheap, and they're in an incredible spot. But they have been bad. But yeah, I have to consider them when they cost nothing, and you can basically play them as a stack with Judge and Stanton. And you can play them as a stack that is a value stack, even with those guys, because they just don't cost enough. So partly it's because they've been bad. I'm still willing to bet on it tonight.
Hey, you know who's sneaky?
Let me refresh this anti-Yankees. Go ahead. You can be anti-Yankees all you want. If you think the Yankees are never going to score 7 runs again in the game, they're going to. It's just a matter.
Hey, you know who's sneaky? Has a little bit of power this year. He also has more strikeouts this year than he ever did, but he also hits the ball. Maybe he's juiced or something. I don't know. It's Billy McKinney.
He's hit the ball. He's only 2,100. He can't be hitting the ball that much.
Oh, but I don't know. He's got 6 home runs. He used to have 0 for the whole season.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
I mean, he's got some fantasy points. Look at this scroll down. He got 16, a 20. He's got stuff.
Yeah.
And he's got a 35% strikeout rate now also.
We're doing NFL Week 1. That's going to be way down the road. It'd be closer to.
No. Let's. You asked for it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to build a lineup right now. Let's go.
For NFL?
Yeah. Let's go. I'm going to build a lineup.
Can you even? I didn't even.
Of course.
Work yet.
Of course. They've had these salaries up forever.
Oh yeah, that's right. They put them out like.
All right, here we go. NFL. Is there a showdown game before?
What? You're looking for no.
It says Thursday. That's a Thursday. No, it starts on the Thursday.
Oh, no, the Thursday. I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to build the following Thursday. I didn't realize.
So the first game
is Thursday.
Is Lions at Chiefs. You want to look at that one or the main slate? Well, since you asked, let's look at the KC Lions first. We're going to build one by hand. Kirk, $1 million for first. Here we go. All right. Patrick Mahomes, he's good, right?
Here's the thing that I wanted to point out when people say it's not that early. When it's 30 days away and you have to build lineups and you could literally build them 30 minutes or 30 seconds before they happen, it's a long ways away. Go ahead, see. Sorry.
No, this is what we got. We got Joe Gibbs is back on the – or Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know who that is. See, I had to learn who all these people are. So let's go with the guys I know. Amon St. Brown, I know him. So he'll go in the captain. Oh my God, Kadarius Toney's still on the team.
I got in here. I might be making some money. We got WW Fresh going to bet me the Yankees score less than 3 runs. Let's do it.
He's questionable. Kadarius Toney's already questionable. I mean, he's questionable.
But everybody should be questionable. I don't even know what that means right now.
I really don't know any of these players. Who's a cheapo that we could play? Is Perrine? Oh no, it's a different Perrine.
I honestly don't know the depth. I don't want to answer any of these questions because I'm not going to make any sense. I literally have not looked at any of this stuff yet, so I have no idea.
Let's see. Khalif Raymond, 800. That's what we want. Okay. Khalif Raymond. And then we're going to play. Don't think I'm not going to play this also, by the way.
Brody's ready for it. He says Justin Watson is 200.
Justin Watson? Well, we're not playing Kelsey. He's old. Should we play Mahomes? Yeah, let's play Mahomes. And let's play. You know what? This is going to be the year. Actually, this is going to be the Kadarius Toney's actually good. How about that?
By the way, he was on like $3 million moneymaker was last year.
I already have him in there. MVS is terrible. Play the backup quarterback? No, not yet.
Crazy. If you think all these guys are terrible, you must think Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback in the history of football. Because you say it all the time about the Chiefs receivers, and it's not true. That means Mahomes has to be the best in the history of football.
All right, so here's what we got. We got Goff, Khalif Raymond, and Amon St. Brown. And then we have Kadarius Toney and Mahomes, and we'll do the Casey kicker. We're in for 5,000 crowns.
All right, there we go.
Oh, that'd be funny. Clay Clay's referring to the process video of baseball. I'm sure he's not referring to this process video of betting.
No, but it's
imagine
nice
not.
he likes it. Good to see you in here, Clay. But one thing that is, go ahead, Cheats.
Well, now we got to do the
Oh God,
the Millie Maker.
Your first millionaire maker build already. Okay,
we're gonna do it. We're gonna.
It's naturally like you'd be doing it a month out on a live show, but yeah, I guess we're ready with baseball.
Well, no one else is doing it, right?
Yeah, why not?
See, so tournaments, search. Let's start over. Congratulations, we're in. This is purely for the value of when this actually wins. We're gonna remember that we did this like 2 months ago. All right. So let's see what we got here. Justin Fields. Again, I never play quarterbacks first. So who looks cheap here? I don't know any of these players. I know Josh Jacobs. I know him. He's good.
This is really amazing. I'm gonna see if there's any projections out here.
We like Travis Etienne. He's good. All right, so we'll take these guys as our running backs. Should we go back to Justin Jefferson, Rhodey? Should we live with that?
Let's see what's the matchup.
No, we're going to do your other guys. We're going to do – I know who we're going to play. I know exactly who we're going to play. You ready? Rhodey, you are going to love this.
Rhodey, Mr. Charger.
No, yep. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, run back with not the Hill, the other one, the Waddle, right? And now 2,800 a man left, right? So let's go defense. Who's the cheapest defense? You could play the Bucks against Minnesota.
That's probably even though they're going to get smoked. Yeah, at least they have upside because it's Cousins.
Yep. And then 3,100 a man. Easy to find somebody cheap on tight end, right? We're going to play.
I don't even know who would be starting, to be honest with you. Right now.
Let's go back to the Chargers, right? Donald Parham Jr., right? 2,600.
I mean, he's the third string tight end, but
he is. How do you know all this already? Let's see.
Well, I mean, he's never been better than the third string tight end.
Oh, Tunyon, that's your man, right? The Packer guy,
or
the Noah Fant. Oh, that could work.
I think Fant would be my favorite of the names you mentioned.
And then we need a $3,100 cheapo.
Look at exactly 31 because it's going to be very hard to find a 3K.
You think?
Just with us knowing where they're at, even like
Ooh, Chenault.
I
know Duvernay. No,
Duvernay actually might not be the worst thing.
No, dude, double tight end, Tunyon. That's it.
There you go. Boom.
Sold. Enter with a ticket.
Just move it around. Oh, you're making me crazy. You have Tunyon you have Tunyon. We got to switch Tunyon and Fant.
I won't remember.
It's gonna win anyway. It forces.
Of course, it's gonna win. Is Tua healthy? Is he still in the league?
Tua. I mean, yeah, he's. I mean, finally healthy is a relative term. Like, is a chance he may just never stay healthy for a season because he's fragile.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody can answer that question.
So fresh. Do we have action on Yankees or is
I bet him. I bet we bet $50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have what if it rains out?
Yeah, Duvernay is still for the Ravens. What's that? Oh, the Yankees game rains out? I don't think that's. I think we just call it a wash.
Okay.
Why is it? Wait, do we have a Mrs. Sheets sleeper that there could be something?
No, I'm just asking. No, the game's in Chicago.
Oh yeah, you're right. Didn't think about that. All right. Well, I don't have a whole lot else to go through for baseball, and now we got Sheets' early lineup builds.
Unless we're gonna go over the 2-game LOL slate, I think we should probably.
Sheets, you may be crushing me in the winnings, but I'll tell you what, you're not. I'm killing you with my crowns.
You're killing me with your crowns because you don't use them.
I use them at the end of the year.
I use them every time I can.
I know. I think at the end of the year is my favorite way to do it.
Dude, I could die of old age before the end of the year. I've got
over 2 million.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna end up like 4 million before I start using them. Probably. Do you get your rewards thing? Do you click on that at least?
I told you what happened to my Onyx last year, right?
No. But they have like the rewards. Like if you go to promos, they have the claim your weekly prize chest thing.
Where do I go?
It's go to promos.
Oh, promos or rewards?
Promos. I know it's weird. It's just if you go to promos, it takes you to this specific.
Where is that?
It's
Oh,
right next to
promos.
the-
I know I have 2 tickets to the qualifier, the Nets, the tennis
Yeah.
thing. What do we got?
Claim your weekly prize chest.
I've never even seen this.
Top one.
This one prize chest?
No, it's right there. It's the green button. Top thing with the green. Yeah, there.
Let's see. Claim. What do I win?
Probably
Hey, what did I win?
20,000 crowns.
So every week I could have been doing this, you're saying?
It should be giving them to you anyway, but yes, you
Okay.
should be just in case. I think it's probably good to do it. And then I just always opt into whatever the hell is going on.
There it is. I'm opted in. Oh, look at this. I'm rich. The card game on DK. Okay, so I got the Rainmakers. I got a free one, and that was I never played. I have a free Kyle Pitts Rainmaker card from last year. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe someone will buy for me for like 10 cents.
It's so in a different Rainmaker look. I just hate the Rainmaker stuff.
Oh, this is what we got to do, Bobby. I mentioned this before. I want Rhodey to teach, well, at least me, because I want to learn. If you want to, also, I want Rhodey to teach us how to play best ball.
Yeah, we'll get it. If I ask Rhodey, he'll give us a good time for him, and we'll do a best ball thing.
Yeah. So what I want to know, really, Rhodey, is how to play, where to use projections, what to do, like where to draft, what to play on. I want to, and then I'll decide whether I want to do it. You know what I mean? If it's interesting to me, I'll do it. But Sheet Sports Bet. Yeah, I bet whatchamacallit, I bet on the Orioles tonight because Valdez is coming off the no-hitter.
And by the way, I have to say, I don't know what your numbers are with those exact plays, but they feel like they're a really high percentage.
Yeah. We had the Angels with the money line against the Braves a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's right. And I like the under in my, like as I did yesterday with Boston. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if that game's like 12-11. So like.
All right, I guess I'm gonna get going. Watch for MMA stuff probably Thursday/Friday, and other stuff throughout the course of the week.
Sounds good. Good luck. Have a good night, man, and early congratulations on whatever you decided top 3 tonight.
Yeah, you got it. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm gonna win the tennis today. That's
okay. Win the tennis thing. I'll take it. Take that.
All right, later.
All right. Good luck, guys.